How to deal with property whenever there is a power of attorney or the seller has passed away. Hey everyone, my name is Alejandro. I'm a real estate agent with Remax, and today I want to talk to you about things that we look for whenever we're selling a property where the seller has passed away or the seller's incapacitated, meaning another family member is looking after the property for them. Now, first of all, the first thing that you got to know whenever we're dealing with a property where the seller passed away, we're going to be looking for the person who's in charge of the estate. So that's the state trustee. So that person who's in charge of the estate is supposed to have a document that's called Certificate of Appointment of the State Trustee. That's going to be their form of identification. So if you're going to be signing a listing agreement with me, that's what I'm going to be asking you for. I'm going to be asking for that and a copy of your driver license of your ID, passport, or any other forms of ID. So we're going to be looking for certificate of appointment of the state trustee. With that, we already know that you are the person who is in charge of the, dealing with the state. So whenever we're dealing with a power of attorney, there's a few different types of power of attorney. There's the free version that you can get online in the Ontario website, and there's the one that you do with the lawyers. Now, the one with you do with the lawyers, they got about 3 signatures. There's a lawyer stamp. That's actually, there's nothing else you need to worry about that one. With that one, copy of the ID, that should be good enough. But with the one that's free version, which is 100% legal, sellers, you might take in consideration that the seller's lawyer may ask one of the witnesses to sign an affidavit that they actually saw the person signing the power of attorney, the person who's incapacitated. So those two documents are the most important ones whenever we're dealing with a situation like that. So that's number one. Now, number two, um, one of the other things that I normally do in a situation whenever I'm dealing with this type of property, um, one of the first things, second things that I do is basically I do a title search. Why do I do a title search? Because I want to make sure that there is no issues on title on that property. Why is that? Well, you're going to be dealing with somebody who didn't live on the property, who didn't do any dealings with the property, didn't sign any mortgages in the past. And to be honest, a lot of people think that they do know what happened with their parents' property, because most of the time we're going to be dealing with family. So a lot of the kids, they think they know, but they don't really know, because especially when they own the property for a long time. Now, whenever we do a title search, I'm going to be looking for things that are registered on title, like a mortgage, maybe an old mortgage that was paid off and it's not discharged. So we got to be looking for those type of situations. There's also another thing that you got to look for is any any furnaces, air conditioning systems, or hot water softener systems that are registered on title. A lot of those, whenever they're rentals, and they're very popular among the elderly, because someone might have knocked their door, they're giving a piece of paper to sign, they say, well, here's your monthly payment, and you're going to pay off the furnace in slowly over the years. What they don't know, there's actually a contract. It's a 10-year contract. Those are 100% registered and title. And guess what? If you don't know about them and we sell the property and I don't know about them either, then you may need to pay it up for closing. So all that information is crucial whenever we're going to be selling a property. So why do we do title search all the time prior to listing the property for sale? Just to find issues. You may ask, okay, but what issues if there's a mortgage register? Maybe we just call the bank. So whenever the mortgage are with banks, it's easy. Let me tell you a situation that happened to me. We I asked the sellers, I was dealing with a power of attorney, and I asked the sellers, hey, is there any mortgages registered on title? They say, no, there was not. This house has been paid off for a long time. I said, that's amazing. But I had an instinct about it, and I decided to do a title search on the property. So guess what? We found a registered mortgage from 1984. That registered mortgage was actually a private mortgage. And what happens with private mortgages is we got to find the person who loaned money that time for them to discharge it. So it was very complicated to do it, especially because the person who loaned the money actually passed away. And not even that, the lawyer that registered that mortgage would also pass away. So we had nothing to work with. We needed to find someone that was actually related to that person to see how we can deal with the situation. Now, luckily, I found out before we list the property. So, because if I would have sold the property with that issue, it would have cost my sellers a lot of money on extensions whenever you're committed to a contract. So, in that case, what did I do? I ended up finding family member in charge of the state for that person who loaned the money. I found the state trustee for that lady that loaned the money. We were able to discharge the mortgage at that time. It was already paid off. And then we listed the property. We actually sold it within 4 days. It took longer to find the person who loaned the money than to actually sell the property. Anyways, so that is why you always do a title search. So what did we learn today? Whenever we're dealing with power of attorney, or one of your family members passed away, you want to sell the house, make sure you got a certificate of appointment of the state trustee. That's number one. You're going to have that. We're going to be asking for that. And if you're dealing with a power of attorney, one of your family members is incapacitated and they want to sell the house, so we got to make sure to check the power of attorney document. Make sure everything is in line. Make sure the witnesses are around as well because they may be needed just in case. So, Alejandro with Remax, thank you and have a great day.
Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, want to watch more videos like this, and at the same time learn more about real estate, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and follow me on all the social media channels. Thank you and have a great day.